Alright, what's going on everyone, back here with another video, and today we are finally going to be assembling our new storage server. This is a Dell R740xd2. It has 24 bays. They actually slide out. I'll show you that here in a minute. But yeah, this is my new storage server. This is going to be the new bulk storage server, so where all the backups go and everything like that. So, what do we have here to go inside of it? So, we've got an array of 4, 8, 12, I think 13 total 3 terabyte drives. So yeah, we got a total of 39 terabytes here, and that's just raw. I actually have more hard drives in this box right over here, but I don't have enough caddies, so we'll have to install the rest of those drives another time. So the specs on this guy were supposed to be dual Intel Gold 6246s, but they're actually held up in China right now. So unfortunately, I only have one CPU to put in there, and this is a Intel Xeon Gold. I don't remember the part number off the top of my head, but it's a Xeon Gold 18 core 3.1 gigahertz CPU. So it's gonna be pretty nice for what we're doing here. I just wish I had both CPUs here, and I have 128 gigs of RAM out of my stash. And let's see if we can focus here. It's just some slow 2133 megahertz RAM that I had laying around. I'm actually running out of RAM, so I need to go ahead and replenish my stack and hit eBay up. Also got the heatsink off. I opened this thing up just to check it out, make sure there's no bent pins or anything like that. So yeah, so that's that. I've also got a 500 gigabyte solid state drive. I ran out of NVMe drives, unfortunately, so I have to go and eat on. I think I'm gonna go on Amazon and go ahead and buy another one here this weekend. But that's going to be our boot drive. Yeah, 500 gigabyte little SSD. It should be fine for what we're doing. This is going to be running Red Hat Enterprise Linux 10. Yes, it's going to be running RHEL 10. I'm going to be experimenting with it and seeing what it can do. So yeah, I'm very excited just to get a get RHEL 10 and actually get my feet wet with RHEL 10. Everything else runs RHEL 9 or CentOS 9. So yeah, definitely be good to go. Also, I've got some fiber optic cables. These are for the neck on the back here. So if I walk around to the back here, we've got two 25 gigabit Ethernet ports, but I don't have a 25 gigabit Ethernet switch, so I'm going to try to run these at 10 gigabit if possible. We've got our standard two 1 gigabit ports right here, management, USB 3.0, VGA, which is actually going to be a problem because I don't have a VGA monitor anymore. So I really hope that the iDRAC is set to DHCP so I can just get a IP address on that and manage it through the iDRAC out-of-band management. So I think I've got everything. So I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up so you guys can see it. And look how special this thing is. So here we go. Alrighty, so I got the drives installed here. 12 right here. And then the 13th one is right here. So this will be at 13 times 3 terabytes. So that's plenty of space. And I also have some more right here. I think it's a total of 60 terabytes between the drives over there and here. Yeah, 60 terabytes. So really excited to get this stuff back in here. I have to wait on my caddies to come. I just ordered them not too long ago. So yeah, here you guys can see the cool form factor of the server. It's got like this inner rail here which racks back and forth to unveil the other 12 bays here. In addition to that, we actually have 26 bays total. So if I come over here, you guys can see it's populated with the 512 gigabyte SATA SSD. Let me see if I can just pop it out real quick. Yeah, it's not coming up, but the SSD's in there. I don't feel like taking that all the way out. But yeah, guys, really excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop the processor and RAM in next, and yeah. Alright, so here's a good angle. You guys can see the processor socket and the memory. So I'm gonna look at the slots here and see what I can find. So I have 4 sticks. So it's gonna be A1, A2, A3, and A4. So I'm pretty sure that's how it's supposed to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these guys open. A1, 2, 3, and 4. These 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now let me go ahead and pop this in just like this. Simple stuff, guys, simple stuff. That's 32, 64, 96, and 128 gigabytes of DDR4, 2133 megahertz. So now let me get the CPU out, and we'll go ahead and do that one next. Alright, so the camera is in a super kind of sketchy position, so I'm going to try to hurry up here. I've got my Xeon Gold right here. It's a 6254, so it's a 3.1 gigahertz, 18 core. It's pretty nice. And we found our triangle on this side, so it's going that way. So we're going to line our triangle up with the CPU socket triangle, and we just drop it in there. Gotta be careful not to bend any of the pins. And yeah, give it a little wiggle, make sure it's good. It's in there. Now I need my thermal paste. Alright, so I've got some Arctic MX4 right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and do our famous X pattern across the CPU. Just like that. Yeah, baby. X marks the spot. I'm going to do a little bit of there. Perfect. That should be more than enough. So, now that we got that on there, we'll go ahead and pop our heatsink back on. Very, very carefully. Alright, got it in there, all set. No more wiggling around. I just had to give it a little bit of a push, but not too much. So, let's see here. Then we're going to go ahead and tighten it down evenly on both sides. Make sure you push down while you're doing this. You should start to feel it catch. And yeah, we're almost there. So, that one's good. And that one's good. Nice and snug. Alright, I actually took my bit with me. With it. Alright, so CPU's installed, RAM's installed. Let's go ahead and put our Chelseo 40 gigabit network card in there. This is actually from the Mac Pro. This is a leftover. I switched out to an Intel card I bought from eBay for like, I've actually bought a bunch of those from eBay, but a lot of them ended up being bad, so I had to send a lot of them back. So unfortunately, I only had like 2 that were good left. So this is what I've got, so this is what we're going to use. Hopefully it works in Rail 10, it should. Hoping it does, at least. So I just realized we have a little bit of an issue. This is a full-size card, and I don't think we have any full-size slots. So what I might have to do here is actually I might have to remove the 40 gigabit network card cover, which is kind of annoying. So let me figure this out and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so as you can see, I got it in there with some custom modifications. Don't ask, but it's in there. So we got 40 gigs in there. We got the 25 technically, but we're going to be running at 10 gig speed. And we've got our gigabits and our iDRAC right there. So I think we're just about ready to go ahead and fire this baby up and pray that this iDRAC is factory reset and is set to DHCP. If it's not, I'm going to have to go ahead and find a try to find a VGA monitor somewhere. But yeah guys, let's go. Alright guys, so I did get lucky and the seller did reset the iDRAC. So I'm going to go ahead and set the boot devices and get Rail 10 on here. I'm also going to go ahead and do the virtual devices, the virtual drive setup too. Yeah, and I'll hit you guys back up once we've got all that stuff done. Alright, so you can kind of see here, I finally got my array set up. You've got the backups array, which is about 5.5 terabytes. That's mission critical, and it's arrayed 10. We've got the general SSD, which is 500 gigabytes, and then we've got the 25 terabyte general storage. So that's good for right now until I can get the rest of the drives in. And we can go ahead and check out the system specs right here. I only have one power supply plugged in, that's why it's doing that. We'll go to the CPU, and you'll see we only have one CPU in right now. Focus. It's the Gold 6254. 18 cores at 3 GHz, which is pretty awesome. And good memory. And we have all 128 gigs. So we can focus 32, 64, 96, and 128. So now, what I'm going to end up doing here is I'm going to go ahead and boot into the Rail 10 installer, and I'll catch you when it's installed. Alrighty guys, so we went ahead and got it installed here. This thing is very, very, very loud. So I'm going to have to roll back the integrated remote access controller so I can go ahead and get the fans turned down, because man, this thing is way too loud. But unfortunately, the 40 gigabit cables that I have don't work, so I just ordered some new cables. So once those come in tomorrow, I might finish this video. I might just call it right here. But yeah guys, we're pretty much done. So all you need to do now is install packages, and then we'll be good to go. So thanks for watching guys. I think I'm just going to call it here, and I'll just do a quick update video when I get the rest of the stuff set up. But yeah guys, we're good to go. If I do a select Etsy, and here we are, Red Hat Enterprise Linux 10. So pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. So there we have it guys, got everything set up. We've got all our arrays here. We've got the 5.5 terabyte backup and the 24 terabyte data. So I think we're good to go here guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.